We are live. Thanks so much for watching us. If you don't know me, my name is João Augusto. I am the presenter of this podcast. And we have another channel as well, like a Pod Cooks, Pod Astral, and Pod On Demand. Okay, when you talk about many other subjects here in Podbe. And thanks so much for watching us. This video today is going to be in English. Yay! Because our guests, they have the business here in Australia and in all the mainly the audience is in English, and you are here in Australia, so it doesn't matter if you talk in Portuguese and English. But if you go to your settings, there are some subtitles in Portuguese and 10 more language. So just go there and change it, okay? All right, so let's introduce my guest. My guest is from the South. He's been in Australia for 7 years.
7 years, yeah.
7 years, father, married. Working as a gene coach for more than 10 years?
More than 10 years, yeah.
More than 10 years.
Yeah.
You've been seeing some videos of him, and he's teaching many clues, supplements, kinds of exercise, what to do, what not to do, and doing the gene. Welcome for Guilherme for GM Gene Coach. GM Gene Coach? No.
GM Fitness Coach.
Hold on. Vamos começar de novo. GM Gene Coach.
GM Fitness Coach.
Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome, Guilherme, for GM Fitness Coach. Eu vou cortar essa parte.
Qualquer coisa você lê atrás do chaveiro, tá ligado?
Aí, ó, aqui, ó. Pô, mano. Aqui,
GM.
ó. It's called Gene.
GM.
Yeah, GM Fitness Coach.
É.
Pré-travado.
GM.
It's a little bit complicated, this name, huh? For me, I never had this problem. I said, I sent the video for him and say, hey, am I saying your name is correctly? And he said, no, you need to correct this, okay? Welcome. Sorry for that.
It's all right. Thank you very much.
No, it's my pleasure, and thank you so much for coming. And
Delightful to be here.
Yeah, thank you. And you live really close to here, isn't it?
Yeah, it took like 4 minutes drive.
4 minutes drive, guys,
Yeah.
And I interview some people here and from Podhbe, and everybody's working out with him. So I was like, well, why not? You know, I gotta send a message, and then just like, if it happens, it happens. You know. All right. So how long you been here? 7 years.
Yeah, 7 years in Australia. Yeah.
Wow. Always in Perth.
Yeah, always here, huh?
Yeah. So what did you think about Perth?
I love it. It's like a kind of countryside place. Pretty chill. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, but what do you think is in terms of Perth? It needs to be changed. Like, do you think it needs to be more busy? For me, I'm from São Paulo. I think Perth needs to be a little bit more busy.
Well, I like quiet like that. I don't mind it. Yeah, for me, it's all right.
All right. So, why did you come to Perth, to Australia?
Yeah, I wanted to, to learn English, different culture. In Brazil, I used to work in the gym as well. At this stage, when I changed my mindset, that was because one of the gyms wasn't too busy, and that gym was separated in floors. And I was in a floor that was just cardio machines.
Mm-hmm.
So the people, they didn't do much, and then that was pretty quiet for me. And then I could be in the phone because there wasn't too many people running and stuff, or just go for a run with the headphones. They don't talk much. And at that stage, I wanted to just come overseas and try something different, and money as well. Brazil is quite complicated, as we all know.
Yeah, we Brazilians, we know. All right, so let's talk about a little bit of her background in the wellness industry. So, before you come to Australia, you did some study in Brazil.
Yeah, it's curious because I did physical education. So I had a bachelor degree. I started uni with 17 years old, and I finished when I was 21.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started to work at the gym as a trainee with 17 years old.
Wow.
And I started to work out when I was 16. And so everything was pretty new. I started to learn lots of different things. And here in Australia, to be a personal trainer is completely different. In Brazil, we need to go to the university for 4 years. It's every single day. It's long hours, and you study a lot. And here you do like 1 year or maybe 12 weeks course, and then you become a personal trainer. So it's completely different.
It's a little bit different, isn't it? When I see, sometimes I go to the gym and I see some PT close to the people and they are teaching something really shitty or not watching properly the student. I don't know if it's the student.
Client.
A client. Yeah. And then people are like jumping ropes, for example, and they have overweight and he looking like, oh,
it's gonna fuck up the knees.
Yes, it's obvious. Yeah. So I see
or jumping box in a CrossFit, stuff like that. Yeah, I've seen. I used to work out before I had my own place now, my own gym. I used to go to Revo Fitness, Good Life, different places, because I used to live in different suburbs in Perth, and I could realize that like the PT is doing like something that I would not recommend to that person. I say, oh my God, man, what is this person is doing with the client? But I couldn't say anything, at that stage.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
No, you can't say. That's the reason. The people look at you and say like, you're not from here.
Yeah.
What's your background?
You barely can speak English. You have an accent.
I know. Yeah. I know. So when you start to, of course, you after jumping, come here and get used to for the culture.
Yeah.
In your opinion, what are the fundamental pillars of the health and lifestyle?
You mean like before or now? Or
we can say before and now,
because with the time passing, I changed my mindset quite a lot. When I started to work out when I was a teenager, that was just because aesthetics. I wanted to look good naked.
Yeah, like everybody.
Yeah, like pretty much everyone.
Yeah.
And today I realized that I got in a body that I like, so I just do, thank you, just maintenance, I don't really think that I'm gonna put on more muscle or like decrease body fat. I'm comfortable like that. I live my life well. Sometimes I wanna, it's getting closer to summer, and I wanna shred a little bit, so I decrease the body fat to look better, like show the abs a bit more. And then in winter time, maybe bulking, and then start to eat more, put more on some calories. And as it's cold, you want to kind of eat differently, so you can enjoy a pizza and stuff like that, burger, and then you don't feel bad about it. But today I'm training just for, health, mental health, longevity. Of course, we want to look good as well. But this takes time, when you don't have muscle and then you start to work out, this takes time. So I've been more than 10 years, 15 years working out
and doing some mistakes and
so you learn from the mistakes. At the beginning, I used to do lots of mistakes. So
like what, for example?
Like different executions, like crazy volume, like really intense training, and then you think you're gonna put on muscle, but you have too much muscle damage, so you don't recover properly. Before I didn't have any diet. I worked out for 10 years without any diet. And I felt that my body was changing, was transforming. I was getting stronger. But at a certain point, I got stuck and I said, no, I need to do a diet. I need to count the macronutrients. I need to weigh the food in a scale and be more restrict. And with that, the change was like amazing, when you realize that you have to work out and you have to do a diet as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe, but yes, I totally believe that. Yeah. It's funny because when I was following a diet, most of the time, I see some results without when I'm not following a diet. Because you think like, we are doing something good. I know what I'm eating. But now in the end of the day, you put a little half a spoon every meal and then you...
Yeah, like most people, they say, when I ask someone, how is your diet going? Because everything that you eat is a diet. If you eat burgers and if you eat chocolate every day, this is part of your diet. Can be good, can be not that good. But some people, they believe just because they are eating healthy, they're going to get results. For example, I'm eating chicken, rice, salads, vegetables, and I'm eating all right. Just an example. But if they are not counting the calories, they are not gonna probably not put on muscle and not decrease fat as fast as they could. So sometimes they get frustrated because they go to the gym for 3 years, nothing changes. Not changes, because they don't count the calories properly. And if you do your diet 100% during the week, even if you count the calories, and on the weekend you fuck up, you drink a lot, and you forget that because it's a lifestyle. It's not just like during those days, the weekdays, and on the weekend you just don't follow what you have to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's counting calories. I know you start to be obsessed for that, because what I do now, every time I eat something or trying to do, I check the label. Check how much protein you have, how much calorie, how much sodium.
Yeah.
Because
that's a good habit.
Yeah, but it's kind of a sociopath as well, because
you're
going
like
crazy.
Every time.
Yeah, but you're getting crazy, and I start to control my friends as well. When they start to eat something like, bitch, don't eat this because a lot of sodium, you have a lot of fat. No, it's healthy for this. Look this. It's not.
Yeah.
It's
if you look in the ingredients in the back of the nutritional information there, the ones that are first, because they have more in a product. So if you have a look in a chocolate there, and that is not chocolate or cacao or whatever in the first, and then it's sugar, so it's plenty of sugar there.
I know, just blended something else.
Yeah.
So do you think, like, in terms of lifestyle, in terms of food, how is comparing to Brazil today? Do you think here you have more access? What I thought is, like, we have more access to some supplements and things that here it's affordable. But on the other hand, I feel like sometimes we have a more variety of fresh foods compared to today.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Forgive me, Australians, but the food in Brazil is way better.
Yeah.
It's way better. We have lots of variety of fruits. The taste of the fruit is better. I think the food in Brazil is amazing. Like the Australians that went there, they know that our food in Brazil is way better.
Tasty.
Yeah, it's more tasty. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and here I know that I can follow the diet because the food is not that tasty. Even if you go out in a restaurant, they have a burger or I don't know, steak beef. It's good. You're gonna enjoy it. But if it was the same in Brazil, would be better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like we have lots of different flavors in there. Even the fruits and vegetables, they taste better there.
I think a variety as well.
Yeah.
That's the different. Yeah, Brazil is amazing, guys. Sorry for that. So you've been working for this a long time. You've been training people for a long time.
Yeah.
What's the biggest difficult times for people to adopt the health style?
I think when the people they are older, it's kind of very difficult to change the mindset.
Yeah. The beer every day, one beer at a day.
Yeah, or different habits. Like, for example, the coffee. We just had a coffee. I woke up today 5:30, and now the time that we had a coffee was like mid-morning, like almost lunchtime, something like that. And that's completely fine because the cortisol levels. But some people, for example, they complain about sleep. They don't sleep well. And in Brazil, I realized that I went to Brazil to see my family for Christmas. I stayed there for 2 months and a half. And I realized that their habits is completely
different.
Yeah, it's different. But for example, when you drink a coffee, right, the peak of caffeine is gonna be in your body for 6 hours.
Really?
Yeah. So sometimes the people in Brazil, they have a coffee 7 p.m. So in the middle of the night, they're going to have a peak of caffeine. Of course, they're not going to sleep well. They're going to elevate the cortisol levels. And in the next morning, they're going to wake up tired because they sleep is not properly regenerative sleep, so they don't rest during the night because of the caffeine.
Yeah.
And even my mom, she used to drink coffee before bedtime. I say, you crazy? You shouldn't do that. You should drink chamomile tea, something like that, to start to prepare your brain to sleep, you know. So yeah, they're different habits. They have coffee too late. They drink too late. Alcohol doesn't help to sleep as well. Coffee doesn't help to sleep. Yeah, so things like that, you know.
So in terms of alcohol, polemic, the first polemic, the first polemic on this podcast today. So do you think like one wine a day, it's alright, one glass of wine?
Oh, it's fine though. Yeah. Some doctors
Sometimes?
some doctors they said that even is good for your heart. I would say I drink, but not much. For example, I allow myself to live my life, you know. But I do like 80% of the things right and 20 not that nutritional, you know. For example, I had one beer yesterday, one can of beer.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. And I had one can of beer on Saturday, and that's it.
Yeah.
So 2 cans on the weekend, it's all right. Some people they have
2 cans per hour.
yeah something like that. Yeah, the problem with the alcohol is the alcohol dehydrates.
Yes.
So for example, if I have a can of beer, I have 2 glasses of water. So I kind of have a balance between.
Yes.
You know, but too much alcohol like is not good for like muscle mass. You know, so if I am working out, if I'm trying to sleep well, if I'm trying to drink lots of water and eat well, trying to follow my diet, and if I have too much beer, I'm gonna put the whole week in a bin. You know,
Yes.
it doesn't work.
I think like I'm 38, I'm 39. I feel like one weekend I have the party recently with one of my besties. She was celebrating a birthday and we went to Mandra. Have you been to Mandra?
Yep.
Yeah, beautiful place, quiet. People call for a retirement place because you have just seniors around. Anyway, so beautiful, 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 beautiful. Another recommendation. So in this weekend, I wasn't drinking so much for a while, and I drank, but I was drinking water. So I didn't wake up with hangover.
Yeah.
But I felt like I see in the pictures, my face was so like bloated. Like I feel like I haven't slept for ages, but I slept like 7.5, 8 hours per night over there.
Yeah.
So the alcohol for me, I feel like every time it's coming up like my age, it seems like alcohol it's being more like it's not my big part of my diet, and I don't know if I mix up something, I be fucked for 2 days
Yeah.
just because I mix up or I drink a little bit more. That's crazy of alcohol. People don't treat alcohol like it's so much poison. They treat it like, you take drugs, but this is the drug.
Yeah. The alcohol, the thing is, the less the better, right? Sometimes I spend like 1 month without a beer. I don't feel that I need a beer. Depends on the place that you are. You know, if I'm going out with friends once in a while and everyone is having a beer, I'm gonna have one and that's it.
Do you reckon it's like you talk about the cortisol before?
Yeah.
Okay. I told him before off the cameras. I try one of his video. He's talk about the cortisol. I used to go wake up and pay coffee because that's the system in Brazil. You wake up, have a coffee, and go to work because you need to go to work, and sometimes you take like 1.5 hours to arrive in your job.
And in Brazil, you already had a coffee around 7 p.m., right?
Yes, because if you work until 9, 10 p.m., most of people,
Yeah.
they need to have a coffee because they are still sleeping and still have to wake up.
Yeah.
I felt this is practical things, like wake up after 1 hour, 1.5 hours, and start to have a coffee. And it's really recently, I felt my body more lean than before. Okay, of course, I'm following diet. I'm doing exercise 4 or 5 times weekly. I sleep well, try to control my sleep time, not too much in telephone after 9 p.m. Start to decrease in the screens. If you're working, like I'm working until 11 sometimes, not about the podcast, but about the other jobs, I understand that it's impossible. I have to go. But I start to get a routine that go to my car and put something more calm. Go to brush my teeth, bed, empty, like no lights, everything dark. So my brain start to like push it down.
Yeah, because you need to prepare your brain to sleep. So, for example, when you have these white bright lights, like in the kitchen
Yes.
at nighttime, this blocks the release of melatonin, which
Yes.
is a hormone that help you sleep, right?
Absolutely.
So when you have exposure to these white bright lights, when you are in your mobile at nighttime watching TV, or you just, if you are in the kitchen cooking, try to use like little lamps and yellow lamps, not the white bright lights, because they block the melatonin. So you're not gonna sleep well anyway.
Yeah, guys, pay attention. And the other thing is like one of my aunties, she every time I go to Brazil, she tries to say, "Oh, write a melatonin because your auntie is not sleeping improperly." But she stay in the telephone until 2 a.m. seeing like
Yeah.
people pinching the nails, like these people cleaning the
Yeah.
nails and they go deeply in the cleaning.
Yeah, yeah.
She's fascinating this shit.
Yeah.
So she watching all the time this shit, and I was like, what the fuck? Why are you doing that? You need to sleep.
Yeah, even that she feels like fine and she enjoys it. She should like watch this another time, not before bedtime. You know, like staying on the phone, TV, stuff like that before bed is not really good for help. Like for a quality of sleep, good quality of sleep.
Yeah, that's crazy. So, I want to go to another part of the interview. Like I see always like to go and see the Instagram of people, of course, hey, to find my guests, and I see you doing ice bath.
Yeah.
It's a really interesting. I saw many documentaries about this,
Yeah.
like the power of the ice bath, the power of the ice in terms of you go to low temperatures and walking like I see. I don't know the guy, but he's
Wim Hof
I think it
is
is
the
man.
Iceman. Is the old man,
yes.
the white
yes,
beard.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was in the like literally in the snow, swimming and everything.
He got in the
Netflix, I think.
Guinness Book World Record. Yeah.
So when did you start to do ice bath and why did you start?
Yeah, I started doing the ice bath because I started doing that I do weightlifting like 5-6 times a week, and I started do jiu-jitsu as well.
Okay.
And when you need to spend lots of energy doing the workout and then you go to jiu-jitsu, it's too much. And I was feeling pain in the body, like to heal my body, like the muscle pain in the joints and stuff. I said, oh my God, man, maybe it's too much to do a workout, heavy training here, and then I go there for jiu-jitsu, maybe it's too much. And then I read this book, Wim Hof. The Wim Hof method is the book of this guy.
Yeah.
And he is talking about like breath work, about ice baths and stuff. And I said, I'm gonna try it. And he teaches in the book lots of breath work exercises. I'm doing it as well. So I do the breath work before, so I prepare my brain and my body to get into the ice. And I started a while ago, like last year, I think. My wife got me a ice bath as a present. I have in the backyard. And I try to do like 3 times a week. But since I'm back from Brazil, I haven't done much. But I'm quite comfortable to go for a swim here in the winter. It's fine for me. I don't feel that's crazy cold. And helps a lot in the mindset for me, when you are inside of the ice, like inside of in the ice bath, and you were covered of ice until the neck. Some people say, man, you're crazy. I say, but I feel good. The release of dopamine is very high when you leave the ice bath. And the moment that I'm there, I always stay like 10 minutes, and the water is like around, I always put like 8 ice bags, and that goes to like 4 or 5 degrees. It's quite cold. But I feel very comfortable there. And I'm very happy when I leave there because the dopamine levels, they go up crazy. And it's very important for me to control my mind. The human mind, the brain is very powerful. Yeah. And once we learn to control that, I think you have like, you sharpen your mind, for other things as well. So it's not like kind of comfortable to be in the ice, but as soon as you learn to control your mind, it's kind of comfortable. You feel all right. You don't, the first minute is harder, and then second minute say, oh, that's not that bad. And then you start to control your mind to realize that the experience is not painful. And then you breathe, and then you feel all right. Yeah. And as soon as the alarm goes off, and then 10 minutes, sometimes I go with the headphones. I listen to calm music. Sometimes someone is there with me, just having a chat, and I am there feeling well, feeling fine. And in this book, the Wim Hof Method, I was feeling pain in one specific muscle at the time. And then in this book, he says, when you feel pain in a specific spot, with the breath work, the ice bath, and the power of your mind, you can control it, and the pain is going to go away. Oh. And I didn't believe that. I said, come on, it's bullshit. And then I was with this specific pain in a specific muscle, like close to the lower back here. And I said, I'm going to try it. And then I did the breathing. I did the breath work, and I got into the ice. And all the time during the 10 minutes there, feeling the cold, I was healing my body, and I was thinking in the muscle, like this pain is going to go away, this pain is going to go away. And when I left the ice, I was feeling happy because the dopamine levels, and the pain never come back.
Olha, look at that. No, you see, I think it's totally I believe in that. I believe our mind and our brains is, as you said, it's powerful. When you put something like, many guys go in the internet, they say the powerful mind, powerful word. When you say things, when you do things, when you get a habit, and you going through and you go and take action and you make it happen. Is it the same thing? Yeah. Like I see many healing people, they go for the healers. They say sometimes when you have a pain, they concentrate on the pain. They say, go away, go away, go away. They say sometimes go deep and they go in and talk about with the body. They say, hey, body, I'm here. I want to go this pain off. And they said this work. But I believe in parts because everything is our mindset. When you are in shit, okay? Let's say you're living your shit life in a period of life. And you say it like, it's okay, it's just shit life, but I want to make it for the best time of my life. I don't have money, I'm fuck off, I'm this. Yeah. But it still make work. Like it's many people, you can see many parts of the world that people not feeling, they don't have the same infrastructure that we have sometimes. And they have much less, and they're still smiling, they're still happy. And the people envy that because they have some people, they have everything, and they're still not happy.
Like to be optimist and like think, well, it's going to work out and everything. There's another thing that I learned recently with Andrew Huberman. I don't know if you know, this guy is an American neuroscientist. Yes. This guy is amazing, man.
I think you shared some content where he has.
Yeah, yes, he was talking about yerba mate, like the Brazilian green tea that I drink every day. Yeah. He was talking good benefits about it. So the thing that I learned from him in another day, I was listening to his podcast. He has like a crazy Huberman Lab, like a huge American podcast. And I always listen to him, and I always learn something new every time, which is a good thing. So what I learned, I think like last week or the week before, about dopamine. For example, just let's create an example here. You go to the gym to work out with me, right? And you are crazy happy. So your dopamine levels, they go up crazy because you say, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to work out with him, and I'm going to learn something new. And then you are happy, right, about the situation. So your dopamine levels, they increase. As soon as you get to the gym, you realize that's too hard. You didn't like the workout too much. And then when you create an expectation about it, your dopamine levels increase. Mm-hmm. And when you realize that it's not something that you expected, your dopamine levels, they drop crazy as well. So you get sad. That's why we have emotions. We are happy and then we are sad, but we can control it as well. Yeah. Just with your thoughts,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah, I like this when they have the control of your talk and your expectation. But I start to not create so much expectations for when
something like that.
Yeah, because for example, I'm going for a big movie soon. So probably when this episode is going on the air, I'll already be moved. I'm going to Sydney. I was talking to you, and everybody say to me like, "Oh, what are you gonna do there?" I said, "Look, I'm going to study. I'm gonna take my podcast. I'm gonna do lots of things, and I'm really happy, making me happy in this." And then people sometimes push me down. They're like, "Hey, what? Why? Why? Well, it's okay. It's like my dream I see in my eyes. Your dream you see under your eyes, and that's totally right." Yeah. But don't push people down, you know.
Yeah, and the people, they don't know what's going on in your head.
Yes.
They don't know how is your routine. They don't know what you lived before. Just you know that, you know.
Exactly. Yeah, but it's crazy about this power of the dopamine. Yes.
And it's all like hormones.
Yes, it's all about hormones. So another thing I would like to ask you, it's a little bit polemic. Another one. Hey, lots of polemic today. So. That is the protein levels, okay? The measure of proteins. How can I calculate normal person here? Normal person. But I start today my training. Hey, everybody's saying you need to eat protein. And then you eat lots of chicken. But you don't know. Like, too much chicken, like too much protein.
It's going to put on fat.
Yes. And less protein.
You're going to lose muscle.
Exactly. Yeah. So how can I calculate this properly?
Yeah, for example, just to maintain muscle is just an average. It's very normal, like 2.0 grams of protein for every kilogram that you have in your body. So, for example, if your body weight is 80 kilos, 160 grams of protein per day.
Less than that, I'm going to lose weight.
That depends. Because, kind of. Depends which phase you're going through. For example, we analyze your body. If you wanted to drop fat, we can decrease this a little bit. If you want to put on muscle, you need to be in a superávit caloric. So we need to put more calories in. So that depends. But the average to maintain muscle is 2.0 grams of protein per kilo,
Is it a possibility to increase muscle and lose fat naturally?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely, yeah. What I always recommend, depends on the person, depends how the person look like, depends on the shape. But first thing is to get rid of the fat first, and then you start to put on muscle. Yeah.
That's the hardest one.
Yeah. But the hardest one is to put on muscle. Decrease the fat is easy, very easy.
Really?
Caloric deficit, you decrease the fat very easy. Because I did both. When I started to work out, my body weight was 55 kilos. 16 years old. I was so skinny, man.
Yeah, like how you...
So skinny. Yeah. And I started, not counting calories, not worrying about diet. Just go to the gym. Go to the gym, try to eat clean, as clean as possible. Like real food, like whole foods. Like those shit that we have every day around, like just real food. Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
And I
started to put on weight, started to look good. I started to increase my strength at the gym, coordination, stuff like that.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. So you talk about the gym and exercise. Let's jump in this topic. Okay. I start today. I need to do some exercise.
Yeah.
How can I know it's the best exercise for myself, for my body type? For example, I'm telling you this because I was doing my research and I always see, of course, I'm not stupid. I know what's my body type, for example. That is, I think, 3 kinds of body types people describe, like esomorph, endomorph, and it's
ectomorph, something like that. Yeah.
So how can someone know about the body types? Like it's normal, not normal. Here we go again. Hey, so here we go. The cancel. There is no easy way to understand what's the body type. So I don't know how can I know my body type, for example, if I don't know the knowledge.
Yeah, for example, some coaches, they don't believe about these body types because this was created for one specific guy like ages ago. Some people believe in the body types. I believe in something different, you know, like not a body type, but how is your body and what do you want from
Yes.
it, you know. So then we can see if we're gonna cut calories, increase calories, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because that's kind of complicated. Yeah.
So yeah. So and what about this the best exercise for the personal needs? For example, I want to lose fat. Okay. So is it better just run around to do more cardio?
You know, if you want to lose fat, you can lose it in a couch and you don't have to do anything. You can lose fat like that.
Oh, really?
Just if you be in a caloric deficit. Yeah.
Okay.
So you need to eat less and spend more energy. And even that you are sitting in a couch, you can spend energy like that because your organs they are working, right? When you sleep, you spend energy sleeping as well. Some people they spend 1,000 calories just to sleep because organs are working, you know.
The body is still working on.
Yeah, otherwise you're gonna die.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, hello.
So you're gonna spend energy like that.
Yeah.
But you said a best exercise?
Yes.
There's no best exercise. That depends for someone that is just starting. We need to analyze the whole week first. You know, if someone never did anything, depends if you're skinny, if you're not that skinny. You know, I would say do a full body twice a week to start. Week 1, full body twice a week. So you work out a bit of upper body, a bit of lower body. That's it. Do this twice a week. Go for a walk twice a week. And then the week after, depends how you feel. You know, you can increase one day. So you do full body 3 times a week. And then you go for a walk. And then you start to increase intensity, volume, a little bit weekly.
How long do you think is necessary to change the train?
That's a nice one. For example, I prefer to work out. I prefer to do the same training for 1 year and do different stimulus in the training. For example, same routine, same exercises, but I do different sets, different reps, different rest. I do advanced sets, for example, like a drop set or cluster set or a back off set. There's different methods to use it. Because, for example, if you do 3 sets of 10 and if you do 4 sets of 8 or 2 sets of 12 and then 1 set to failure, this is completely different and can be the same exercises, you know. So there's a lots of podcasts in Brazil, the bodybuilders talking about it. Which is better? You change your workout routine every month or you keep the same routine for 1 year. Everyone says that keep the same routine for 1 year, and I believe that too. So if you change your workout routine every month, every 2 months, your body's not going to adapt to it. For example, you know the back squat, right?
Yeah.
So you do your back squat for 2 months. And you are increasing the weights, you are increasing your strength, you are doing a better performance, more range of motion, and your squats getting better with those 2 months. And then you're going to change your routine. And then you don't have the back squat anymore. And then you have another exercise instead. You have a deadlift. And then you do for 2 more months and then you change for another one. And then after 6 months, you have a back squat again. So you're going to kind of lose the potential to have a better technique. You know what I mean?
Yes, I understand.
So I prefer kind of, you keep the same routine for ages, increasing weights, improving your technique. Otherwise, when we change too often, there is something that happens in your brain that like the muscle confusion, you know? Because when you start to adapt to that thing, for example, when you started to learn English, right?
Yeah.
Ages ago, you started to learn English. So you learn for 2 months, and then you start to learn French.
Yeah.
And then you start to learn Italian.
Yes.
And then after 6 months, you come back to English. Not going to be that good.
No.
But if you learn English straight, it's going to be better, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So something like that, yeah.
Some people, you spoke of something really interesting. I've been reading, I've been checking the best exercise for your brain, the best exercise for your body. This is the unique exercise you need to do. 200 squats a day, the challenge, then blah, 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 blah. Do you think that is a main exercise that always everybody has to do? Like that, if you don't want to work out, this exercise is
in
really
every
good for you.
routine, stuff
Yeah.
like that. Or thinking in longevity and functional, for example, if you want to be functional, I would say squat for legs. It's not the best exercise for me. If I could choose just one exercise for legs to do forever, I would do squats. I feel really comfortable doing it. I have good technique, good range of motion, good strength for it. But the squat is very functional. For example, if you are 80 years old and you need to sit in a chair and stand up, this is a squat. So that is very functional. I would say squat. Yeah.
Squat.
Yeah. Even the kids, for example, my kid, he plays in a squat position for 2 hours in the ground. And some people, they can barely squat because they don't have strength in their legs. So
And the knees as
yeah,
well.
yeah. So yeah, it's squat. I would say squat. Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. And what's the importance, for example, of course, workout is very important. People recommend at least 3 times weekly. But if someone doesn't have like so much time,
Yeah.
and how long is necessary to work out? Like, for example, 30 minutes is enough, 20 minutes is enough, 10 minutes, 1 hour. Is it necessary to stay in that bracket or no?
Yeah, for example, when people they say they don't have time, I say bullshit. Because this is about priorities, right?
Yes.
So yeah, so we have 24 hours in a day. You should sleep 8 hours and 15 minutes every night to recover properly. Also, I just finished writing an ebook about good quality of sleep.
Yeah.
I just sent to a lady to double check the spelling because it's in English,
Yeah, of course.
and see if everything is right. So I'm gonna post it anytime soon.
Yeah, well done.
Thank you. Yeah, it's quite good. Yeah, it's 55 pages.
Yeah.
So my first writing in a different language. But it's an ebook, so it's online for now. Maybe in the future could be a chapter from paperback book. I don't know.
Look, is it you start a new one and then the next one will be better and the other one is much better and then you learn for the first one. So that's always a step.
Yeah. So
congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. The name is Sleep Hygiene Protocol.
Yeah.
So there is 20 strategies to help people to improve the quality of sleep. Some daily habits to help the body and brain to get ready to sleep at nighttime. So I'm really excited about it. Yeah. Let's come back to the question.
Yes.
What was the question again?
So how long do you recommend to people
how long?
work
Yeah,
out?
all right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it 20 minutes is enough? 30 minutes is enough?
So, for example, you should sleep 8 hours and 15 minutes for awesome night of sleep. So this is going to be good for your brain, for body functions, hormones, and everything. That's ideal for every human being. I work out because I like, and I know all the benefits and stuff, and it's part of my lifestyle now. So I work out for like around 1 hour and a half, and then I do half an hour cardio, and then this end up 2 hours of my day. But I set my day, prepare my day for it. Sometimes people, if they sleep 8 hours, they work 8-10 hours, they still have a few hours, to do housework, play with the kids and stuff. And of course, they can separate 1 hour at least to work out. If that's completely impossible, oh my God, I just have half an hour of my day. Oh shit, excuses.
Yes.
But yes, it's gonna work. If they do the right routine for half an hour, it's gonna work. Even they could separate twice a day, half an hour, go for a cardio, and in the morning, for example, and in the evening, they do workout with weights. That could be an option as well. But 20 minutes work, half an hour work, 45 work, 1 hour, whatever. Just need to do the right strategy. Of course, if you train half an hour every day, you're not going to become a bodybuilder. You're not going to have a crazy, massive change in your body in terms of put on muscle mass. But it's going to be better than if you don't do anything, right? If you do half an hour every day, it's going to be better. And also, if you control your diet properly and you work out half an hour every day, that's going to work. You're going to look good naked anyway. and you're gonna improve lots of health benefits.
Yeah, I'm telling you that because well, I know many people here, including me. Hey, I put myself in the trouble. We work in 2 jobs. Do you like more water?
Maybe
Okay.
soon, yeah.
So we work in 2, 3 jobs.
Yeah,
like
I know,
many
yeah.
people in the situation.
Yeah.
Some days I do double. The day I'm doing double, I start 7 a.m. and finish 11
Yeah, in a
p.m.
situation like that, I would choose sleep.
Yes,
I would choose
I
sleep.
do.
Yeah, instead of training, the training is not going to be that good, and even the sleep. So before you have a good night of sleep, it's
Yeah.
going to be for better for your cognitive function, hormones, and everything.
But what I do, one of the jobs, one of the days, I don't do full week, but I do like twice, sometimes 3 times. But what I do is I talk to my employer and I say, look, I don't want to do in every day like this, like 3 days in a row. I want to be like 1 day yes, 1 day no, 1 day yes, 1 day no. Why?
Yeah.
Because I want to exercise. Because I told him this, my employer, and he started to laugh. Could you believe it? He started to laugh, and I just check. And it's horrible what I'm saying, but whatever. I started watching him, like analyzing him, and said, yeah, I understand. Your
Yeah.
mentally is totally different than myself, but I need this to survive.
Yeah, yeah.
And he started to laugh louder to me, like it said, oh, you're funny, man. I said, no, funny, this is healthy, man. I work in
Yeah,
the health
yeah.
industry. I see people literally sick all the day,
Yeah.
and they can't stand up. You have to hoist people, so I don't want to be like these people in the future. So
Yeah, yeah.
no, so I
Yeah.
want to work out.
Yeah.
And then one of the jobs I stop like 1 o'clock and start 3 p.m. And I work out during my break because they have many break times, and so I work out for like 45 minutes, have a shower, and then I go for work again.
Yeah.
And then when I arrive in the second job, it's like brand new, like a fresh start again. But I see many people saying podcasts, a lot of things like, you don't have time, 20 minutes, that's fair enough. But at least you're going for 20 minutes. But how
Yeah.
come you're going to work out in 20 minutes? There is no possibility to do one exercise.
Yeah, for
Even
example, the workout should be something different. For example, I take like 20 minutes just to warm up my shoulder, but my workout is something different. But you can do something like body weight exercises, kind of calisthenics for 20 minutes. I would recommend more time if you have. For example, the sessions with me, they go to 1 hour to 1 hour and a half, depends.
But how can you work, for example, in terms... some people don't like the structure of the gym. For example,
Yeah,
I get
no, yeah.
anxious with too much people around.
Yeah.
Myself, I like to work out, but I don't like when it's crowded.
Yeah,
Like
so
in
that's why people should come train in my particular space.
Here we go, the market.
The particular space is just me and the client or
Yeah.
a couple, and that's it. There's not many people there. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah, that's amazing. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's talk about supplements. Okay.
Supplements,
Is a big industry. You know about it. Supplements.
Yeah.
People take so much. You should take this. Take this. Take this for your hair. Take this for you sleep better.
Yeah.
And blah blah blah. So, creatine. Everybody's talking about creatine.
Yeah.
Now, finally, people. For some in the past, I think in 10 years' time yet, creatine was a big villain. Like enemy for all body. Can cause you some problems in the kidney. Your liver is gonna damage. Blah blah blah. Because you need to drink at least 4 liters of water. Your opinion? Creatine.
Yeah,
Is it a big
creatine-
villain? Is a big ally?
I think it's the best supplement ever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I take every day.
I take every day, and everyone should take every day. Even like old people, even kids could take. It's good for brain, for cognitive function,
Yeah.
for muscle recovery, for muscle strain, for bone, for everything. And creatine is the supplement that has more scientific research behind it, and there is known scientific research talking about like creatine is bad for you. You're gonna have hair loss or something like that. So creatine is awesome. Everyone should take it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You see, guys, take a creatine.
Take creatine.
Every
yeah.
day I wake up, water, creatine. That's it. Done. You finish.
I said this another day. Yeah.
Yeah.
The best thing you should do for longevity, Because as soon as you wake up, because if you slept 8 hours, you are dehydrated, so you don't have any water there. So you need to wake up and have a glass of water, if you can, two, and then 5 grams of creatine. I made a reels talking about it. It was exactly it.
Exactly.
For example, like in about the drinking water thing, every hour your bodies they need 800 milligrams of water to function well. That doesn't mean that you need to have all these 800 this 1 liter of water like every day, right? Every hour. So if you don't hydrate properly, your body is smart, so your body is gonna take water from somewhere. So it's gonna take the water to work properly here from your muscles. So you're gonna you're gonna end up like losing muscle. So we need to drink water and be hydrated. And the ideally is 50 mLs to every kilo that you have in your body. So if you do like 80 kilos and you multiply for 4, that's the right amount that you should have. I'm not that good with math, but it should be like around 4 liters maybe.
Ooh, it's a lot. Yeah. But I drink it 3 and something.
Yeah.
It's true. Sometimes if I wake up thirsty.
Yeah.
But anyway, before the start of the supplement, you talk about it. I just jump in the topic. But in terms of supplement in term.
Yeah.
Okay. But how can I start to understand what's the best supplement for myself? How can I start for the supplement? The beginning. How can I start to taking?
Yeah, for example, in the past, they used in studies in researches before, they used to say that you need to load creatine daily for a week and then you increase and then you decrease, but that's completely bullshit. If you take 5 grams daily of creatine, it's going to work. Everyone should take, there are lots of like scientific research talking about that. Everyone should take creatine, especially like old people. To help the strength of the muscles and bones. But for example, we're talking about whey protein.
Lots of whey protein in America.
Yeah, for example, like nothing's gonna be that good as real food. So if you are able to eat chicken, steak, vegetables that contain protein as well, eggs, it's gonna be better than take a whey protein. So my vote is for real food first. It's better for your skin. This came from the earth. God created vegetables, animals, and stuff like that. You're going to be strong. You're going to feel well. You're going to, start to aging well as well, like longevity and stuff. You're going to look good if you eat real food. If you eat trash food, you're going to look like trash. And also the whey protein, I drink whey protein almost every day, not every day, because I can, in proteins that I eat every day, I can finish the amount that I have to eat just with food. Sometimes if I am in rush, I take a whey protein. But for example, in the morning, for me, eating 9 eggs is fine. Some people, they cannot eat too much. So they appeal for a protein shake, which is more like it's easier for digestion, For example, if you wake up and you know that you need protein at that first meal, and then you don't have the energy and then appetite to eat, you can have a protein shake. Absolutely. For example, in the afternoon, if you are in rush at work and you know at that like 4 p.m. you are in rush, the place is very busy and you should eat a steak and you don't have time for it, you have a protein shake. So the protein shake is good to hit the protein intake that you should have if you are not able to eat, and in times that you are in rush as well. That helps a lot. But of course, if you have time to sit in your lunchtime, have chicken or a steak or rice and beans, stuff like that, and eat real food is better. If you don't have time, protein shake. At least you're gonna hit the protein intake that you should have daily.
At least that, guys. I mean, there is lots of recipes and there's lots of things. But is taking supplements without a guidance?
Yeah.
What's the risk about that? What do you think?
What do you mean about?
For example, I'll go to the chemist warehouse, okay? Oh, I said the place. So you go to the chemist and you see many sales and you start to read the label and say, must be good for me. I'm gonna take it.
Yeah.
And you see like L-carnitine or something that speed up or pre-workout,
Yeah.
lots of things that you don't know if you have a side effects for your body
Yeah,
because all
yeah,
the
yeah.
bodies are different. So what's
Yeah,
the
for
risk
example,
this?
if you take too much of something, that's not gonna. Everything that is too much is not good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even if you drink too much water, you're gonna drown, right? You're gonna die anyway.
Yes.
So that's just a joke, but you need to be careful with everything that is in excess, is too much. It's not gonna be good. For example, if you take too much of vitamin C, in excess of vitamin C, you eat orange every day, you take supplement every day, and it's too much, you can have like a bad digestion or headache, something like that. Not something too crazy, but you can overcharge something,
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Polemic. Your opinion for natural versus synthetic supplements. So you have a lots of things about supplement. You see every day people trying to take the juice.
The juice.
The juice, the famous.
Yeah.
So what's your opinion about this? So have you taken before?
I took like a while ago. I was too young. I was 19. That was just damage for my body because my body wasn't all like 100% completed yet. I'm not against the people that take. I'm not in favor as well. I'm kind of on the wall. Like for some people it's gonna be very beneficial. And I agree with that. For example, if a man 40 years old and he is in low in testosterone, like he's around 200, he's very low, he feels tired, he is like lack of motivation and stuff like that, and he start to work out, doesn't have much power, much strength, start to eat well, he's going to increase a little bit, but not crazy, just a little bit. Like 200 goes to like 400, still low, still lack of energy, and he doesn't have that testosterone in the body, so he needs a bit more. So if he goes to the doctor say, man, are you taking daily sun every day? Are you sleeping well? And then he say, oh, no, this, no, that. First, he starts to correct the habits and the routine. So workout, the training, the proper nutrition, take sun every day. This way you're going to boost you're going to boost and load your testosterone levels anyway, taking sun every day. But the mainly thing is to sleep well. Some people, many people, they don't sleep well. When you start to sleep better, there is a research about the time of, plenty of researchers about the time of sleep. If you sleep 8 hours in 15, compared to a guy that slept 7 hours or sleeps 7 hours every night, the testicle of this guy is smaller. So the produced of the testosterone levels is smaller. And another like hormones and cognitive functions and stuff like that. So the goal is not sleep 7 hours. He sleeps like 8 hours and 15. So it's just like 1 or 2 hours less. Your testicles, they are smaller. So you're going to produce less testosterone. So you need to prioritize sleep and sleep well, for overall well-being. So if this guy is lack of testosterone, start to training, start to look after nutrition, and even that he's sleeping better, and then he starts to increase testosterone levels, that 200 go to 400, 500, that is still low. Yes. Should be more. And then goes to the doctor says it's still low, you're doing everything right. So for this guy, it's going to be very beneficial. Not just for like building muscle mass, but for like overall well-being. He's going to be happier. He's going to have more energy. He's going to do like everything is going to be better for this guy. So this guy, I definitely recommend take some testosterone with like medical,
But not forever, guys.
That depends. Some people, they have a lack in the testosterone production. So if this kind of people they have, is gonna be a well done thing for the guy. Some people, they take too much, side effects. If the testosterone is too low, side effects. So should be in control, so you can live your life well. You know what I mean?
Yes, I
Yeah,
totally
yeah,
understand. Yeah, I always check my testosterone levels.
yeah,
Go to the GP, check. After no, after 35, I start to go more to the GP and check myself and see what is this and that. Mainly because of the busy life,
yeah,
and you
yeah,
have to prioritize sometimes because you need money as well, and you need to work in different
yeah.
kinds of
But you
times.
know that today, like this is proven scientifically that your grandparents, your grandfather, he had more testosterone than you today.
Yes.
Yeah, all the generations, because we are with the human being in general have cortisol levels too high because everyone is stressed. Everyone has inflammation in the body because they are eating too much shit. So this decreases our testosterone levels, and we today we do things that in the past was different. For example, in the past we didn't have phones. We didn't have white bright lights.
No.
It was just like candles and stuff like that. So when the sunset happened,
You sleep.
you go to bed because you don't have anything to do because you don't have energy. So the human brain is not there wasn't developed to be awake at nighttime. So at nighttime you should be in bed sleeping and recovering for the next day.
Yes.
So with the white bright lights, phones, TVs, and stuff like that, we go to parties crazy. Well, I don't, but some people they stay awake 3, 4, 5 a.m. and then sleep the whole day after. So they are changing the nighttime for the daytime, and the human body is not wasn't designed for it. So sunset goes, you should go as well. Sunrise, you should wake up as well. I know that we have different schedules of work and stuff. Some people they do nighttime shifts, but that's not helpful for our overall quality of sleep and our overall well-being of the human being.
Complicated. Complicated for this new generation. Yeah, it's a little bit. Look, but I think we have more knowledge nowadays in terms
Yeah.
of this. You have
Yeah.
a lot of research, but I think you need to be changed. Like people wants to be changed. They change the routine, and even the telephones now. They go in every week. I don't know my telephone. They say, "Hey, we stay 1 hour extra
Yeah.
comparing to the last week."
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Let's just let you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But they are booming off all the content, everything for you. But that's all. I don't know this balance, what they trying to do, because they want to catch your attention.
Yeah.
And in the other time, anyway, it's complicated. Okay, let's about diets. Okay, you see many kinds of diets, trained diets, and people saying about diets. What do you think about the trained diets? I saw many years ago people talk about, for example, goji berry. Remember goji berry?
I don't.
It's like a seed, and you eat. Then if people say you lose fat, and then they say the green tea, lots of green tea, and then they change
Yerba
for
mate. Yerba mate.
and then they change for another one. They change for What do you think about this trained diets? It's like just eat this kind of, for example, broccolis every day, and chicken. You lose 10 kilos per day. Like this silly things.
Yeah, yeah. I believe that the best diet for every person is the diet that the person can stick to. So, for example, I've seen a guy another day in a podcast. He's a doctor. I forgot his name, but he's saying about that he tried a vegan diet, and all his exams improved. And he tried a carnivore diet, just eating meat. All his exams improved as well. But that was because he was eating real food. What the earth gave us. So that's real food. It's not like industrialized food and shit food like that. So not junk food. So real food is the thing, and something that you can stick to as well, I believe.
Yes. So in terms of the tips and recommendation about food, what's the best food for yourself instead of fresh? How can I, for example, I don't have time to cook. I don't have time to prepare my own food, but I have to prepare time to, for example, eat some frozen meals. They have that prep. They have like You can say like you have many healthy foods at the moment in the
Yeah.
industry that you have like it's weight, it's ready to go, just warm up. Are you in favor of this food?
Usually I prepare my own food or my wife's prepare
Mm-hmm.
our food. But we try it healthy and clean,
All
as
the
healthy as
time.
possible. Sometimes we go to the markets on the weekend to get some fresh food. Um, I know that nowadays to eat healthy it's a bit more expensive than to eat junk food.
Mm-hmm.
And the junk food is just there. You just order and then arrives at your door, or then you go pick up and very easy. Um, but in this kind of foods that you said, frozen vegetables is a good one. I always get frozen vegetables because they don't for example, if in a farm they get the vegetables and they froze, they get frozen like in 3 hours after that, is completely fine to keep the nutrients on. Otherwise sometimes you get a salad in a supermarket. I'm not gonna say any brands, but you get the salads in a supermarket, and they get inside of a plastic bag. I don't believe that's too healthy.
Mm-hmm.
I try avoid those ones.
With sauces and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So the tip to everyone is try to eat like whole foods and real foods as much as they can. Thinking health and longevity.
Mm.
Because today with all these processed foods, we are dealing with a huge, we had COVID-19, a
Yeah.
pandemic, but we are dealing in a health industry obesity
Mm-hmm.
pandemic. And I believe that is not that everyone is overfat. I believe with a few scientists as well, they believe um, everyone is under muscle. So they don't have enough muscle. So they should train. If you have more muscle, you're gonna burn more fat. And you're gonna increase muscle mass, which is the organ of longevity, and you're gonna decrease fat anyway. So it's better a person that is a bit over fat and has muscle than the person that's completely skinny doesn't have any muscle, because the person is gonna break.
Yes, of
Uh,
course.
you need strength, you need power. So it's better if you are a bit chubby, but you have muscle, healthy, quality muscle. And of course, you're going to drop the body fat anyway. But it's better, to be a bit chubby, have muscle, instead of be very skinny. The lady look beautiful, she's very skinny, but she doesn't have any muscle. That's not really healthy. So everyone should train, improve muscle mass.
Yes, please, guys, train, train, train. Do your squats, do your repetitions, and do your series, and train 4 for 5 things a time per week. That's it. That's the secret. Okay, so in terms of types and recommendations, what do you recommend for people if you want to be in a healthy lifestyle?
Healthy lifestyle
Mm-hmm.
or healthier lifestyle. There's several things that to do. So you need to work out. That's the thing. You need to eat well, whole foods, and non-processed foods or minimal processed food. And you need to prioritize your sleep. So training, nutrition, and sleep to recover properly. That's the thing for, and of course look after your mental health. Of course, if you have like a crazy training, a crazy diet, you want to follow, you're not able to follow because you are not able to, because job and you have kids and stuff like that. Some people they get frustrated, and this affect the mental health. So for me, like mental health, sleep should be a priority, training, and eat well. For example, even me, I allow myself to eat something that is not in my diet sometimes. For example, like I said before, like I had a beer yesterday, one beer before, last night I had a pizza, and I'm completely fine with it. That's just life. It's not every night that I'm able to not be exposure to white bright lights, because sometimes I work until 8:30, 9 p.m. Sometimes I'm able to sleep a bit early, sometimes not, because it's just life. We need
Mm-hmm.
to be aware of it. I try to be healthy as much as I can. If I'm something happen, I'm not able to sleep in the time that I'm sleeping every day. I don't mind, I don't get like crazy with my mind, like, oh my God, I need to sleep. Oh my God, it's just life. Sometimes happen. Even mainly when you have kids, you wake up in the middle of the night, you need to change a nappy, or your kids is sleeping, something like that. Your kids are gonna wake you up anyway. So if you're a parent out there watching it, I completely understand that if you're trying to work out, if you're trying to eat healthy and be a healthy person for your kids, if you are not, I mean, like you are giving your 100%, but sometimes your week or your day is not the way that you wanted it to be, you are doing it well, for the parents out there. I know that it's hard because I have a kid. But they are handling it. The kid's gonna grow anyway.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and you have to look after yourself.
Yeah.
Yes, otherwise you kid have to look after yourself, so it's not good at all. All right, so we're going to talk about living here. Okay. I know. Before that, I'm gonna make another question.
Polemic.
CrossFit.
CrossFit. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, so many people say about good things and bad things about CrossFit.
Yeah.
Okay, you are totally like 100%, as I see, you never done CrossFit before.
Never done CrossFit. I'm never gonna do CrossFit.
Why?
Because I had a passion for weightlifting. Is a different thing. For example, I think in CrossFit is kind of very messy. You don't have a right volume of training, and everyone does the same training, the same routine. So, for example, every person is different, right? So you come, and then you have your friend, and then you have another friend. Everyone, there's a different shape. Everyone has a different posture. Some people, they have shoulders like that. Some people, they are like that. Some people, they are like that. Sometimes one is overweight, the other one is not. So if you give the same routine to everyone, it's going to be a mess. You're not going to improve your body. If you want to really improve your body, you need to do a specific routine designed just for you. So for example, if you have a specific routine designed just for you and your friend's going to copy it, it's not going to work. Maybe it's going to work for you, but not for him, because in CrossFit, I think it's very messy, everyone doing the same thing. And I wouldn't pay to run in the street. I can run for free. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This time, yeah, I understand. But do you think it has a cardio thing, or because it's a circuit? It's a different kind of circuit.
Yeah.
But do you think, for example, if I don't have time for go to the gym twice, like I don't have time enough to do my cardio, for example, is this a good place to go for the cardio and improve my
even mental health, talk to people, interact with people. I just don't. I think it's gonna be okay. Just need to be aware of your body, like what you are able to do, what not.
Not comparing to yourself in another place, like, oh, look at the lady, we lifted 70, I'm doing 5 and
For example, the thing is like try avoid injuries. Because if you try to compete with the other people, you might try, push yourself too much. But for example, another thing with CrossFit is like, in our body, we need to adequate the front and the back. Some people, they have a bad posture. For example, if you have a person and the shoulders like that, this means that the back is weak if you compare with the chest. So you need to decrease the volume of training of the chest and increase the of the back, and then you pull the person like that, So for example, if when you don't have this muscle balance, you can have a poor posture, or you can start to have some injuries. Even the knees. If you do too much leg press, leg extensions, and just do training for the quads, where's the hamstrings and the glutes? You need to have the balance between. So this volume in a week, so if the person has the quads too strong, you need to prioritize glutes and hamstrings. So you start the training with those parts, and you leave the quads for the end. And sometimes if the quad's too strong, you need to prioritize the volume for hamstrings and glutes. So we started training with those parts and give more like intensity and volume for those parts, and you leave the quads. Otherwise, if the quads is too strong, hamstrings is too weak, you're gonna have injury in the knee because you're gonna overcharge the joints. So you need to be aware of those things. Some people they train by themselves, they get injury, because the volume of the training is not adequate for the goals and not adequate for the type of the training that the person is doing. So if you overcharge too much one side of the body, the other side is gonna have consequences in the joints as well.
Hey, be careful, guys, please. I think it's addiction. Everybody going to go to the CrossFit to get addicted.
I don't know. Or they get addicted for a while, get an injury, and go to another place.
I don't know. Everybody's so psycho. It's so crazy, and then they get special clothes. Everybody's matching. It looks like a uniform. Haven't seen?
So it's a fashion thing. It's not a training thing.
I know. I see. It's a lot of training.
Yeah.
I have a curiosity to go to have a look.
For the fashion, yeah.
I knew it. You look like that. All right. So come back to these questions about living here in the double time. So what do you think is you can't see here that media, the television doesn't show properly? For example, I always see here it's a good place to live, which is true. But it's hard to survive here as well. It's not easy at all. Yes, 7 years ago it was something. Now, for example,
rent. 7 years ago was way cheaper than today.
Yeah. So I used to pay like $100 per week. I'm paying like you're gonna pay for $300 per week. And many of which is a major economy here in Australia. We have students and they can't survive with 24 hours.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about this? It's that big taboo here in Australia.
Yeah, I think with those years passing, the things they got different. I wouldn't say like worse or. I know now that the student visas they are kind of more complicated at the moment. I think because age and some different particularities. I think. Thank God my visa is kind of sorted, so I'm fine.
Amazing, well done.
But yeah, I think the people, if they are Brazilians, they want to come here as soon as possible, because if they start to get older, like over 30, it's gonna be kind of complicated to stay. So if they want to come, they come in 20s, as soon as possible, yeah. Let's
start a ball game. So how do you see yourself in 5 years?
Oh, that's a good question. Maybe I don't know, maybe in a bigger place, bigger gym.
That's great,
because I have my own skull gym, my own particular spot where I do deal with my clients, where I do my training, but maybe a bigger place, and also in online coaching. Now I use an app for nutrition, for the training with video tutorials, so I can do the check-ins and tracking through the app. But maybe in the future a YouTube channel, something like that.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not?
So if someone wants to hire you, Gui, now it's the time for the marketing. So how works your service? You go train people in the gym or train people in your place?
Just in my particular place, yeah.
So how is it? So how is the duration? Explain your service.
I have a website and a link in Instagram.
Yes, and a link in the QR code on the screen. Okay, guys, so you can check.
Yeah, there's all information there, like before and after online coaching and the face-to-face sessions in my particular space. Usually I do 2 months package. So for example, if you want to come once a week, this is going to be 8 sessions. Most people, they pay in advance those 8 sessions, so they have these spots available for them. For example, let's say you're gonna go every Monday 5 p.m. So you pay the 8 sessions, and then every Monday 5 p.m. You're gonna be there. It's your spot. If you wanna do twice a week, the 16 sessions or 3 times 24 sessions. And the packages, I did a different payment method as well. If you want to pay the full package, it's fine. If you want to pay weekly as well, it's fine. We just need to put you in the app. So it's going to be a direct debt, and you're going to pay kind of weekly, but during 2 months package.
I saw really interesting. You show the app that is an exercise.
Yeah.
You demonstrated the exercise,
Yeah.
and the people has to update the weights, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Because you update
Tracking
things.
weights, yeah.
Yeah. So in tracking, and you see how improvement is.
And I see everything.
Yeah. So it's a weekly picture, isn't it?
Weekly, yeah. Yeah.
He was showing some picture, but oh my gosh, I love. One of my friends was showing a meme. Oh my god.
Yeah, because usually if the person sends the updates of the pictures of the full body,
Yeah.
I can see
If it's going well or not.
Yeah, which part I need to change in the training or the diet, if the body is improving or not, if it's put on fat or not, so I can change the training and the diet, do a different stimulus. And if the person send a meme or a picture like with fancy clothes in the mirror, I cannot see anything, you know.
By the way, Felipe, let's change this behave. Let's go to the questions, okay? People send some questions, which I like it. Yeah, many questions. I go here.
Portuguese or in English?
In English, no, more in Portuguese. But
we can
I translate
anyway.
Don't worry.
Did you translate?
Of course. We are prepared. All right.
Silly questions?
So of course. Our audience is mixed. So the best question for sure: who inspire you more, Goku or Vegeta, and why? Kisses. Arthur sending this question to you.
Okay, Goku, I think.
Goku.
Yeah.
Kamehameha.
Yeah, because he's the good man.
Okay.
Yeah. Even though in my gym I have both the pop toys, you know, the short ones with the big head. I have Goku and Vegeta there.
Yeah. What's the someone saying here, Thiago, saying that he has difficult to gain low mass, and what do you recommend, like juice?
Juice? I don't recommend anything because this should be a doctor's part. I'm reading a book about steroids at the moment. It's very interesting.
You should read, Thiago.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. When he gets to the part of the side effects, he would definitely quit. Quit this idea, you know.
Absolutely. You know, I will share some. I shared with him about this, and many people, and I know they're trying to take too much things and get fascinated about the body transformation quickly.
Yeah.
Look, I was married before. I told you this before, and my ex-partner, he took all the time juice literally for around 20 years. And then he had a beautiful body. I can say like 5% of fat, muscular. You can see the chest, the arms, and it can be beautifully. But he got sick. And then he got sick. He got some cancer, and the cancer was in the brain.
Oh, was a cancer?
Yeah, it was a cancer in the brain, and he has to stop like everything, of course. He tried to chemo and all the stuff, and he got super skinny. And the worst part for himself is to look in the mirror. He wasn't muscular anymore. This is affected his mental health. Yeah. And then the other thing is like he was taking juice, and then he goes to mines, breathe that mineral for more than 20 years together. So it's a huge combination in the body. Yeah. Mainly you put the mask on, we know that it's not 100% protected. Yeah. We see here in Australia, many people, go to mines and doing this kind of job, and plus taking these drugs. Yeah. Because it's a drug. It's my opinion for this, I wouldn't take. Honestly, nowadays, if I'll take it, it's just because of low things of testosterone for a while and see how it's going. Yeah. But I think it's a true risk, it's the society you see like the bodybuilding taking, but it's a different kind of things because it's a sport and people taking this for vanity taking this for personal things. Mainly it's better you go for, therapy and talk to your therapist and talk why you want to take this shit, because sometimes it's something in the past when you were a kid. Yeah. Then, I don't know, it's so crazy. Do you facing so much people go to your gym and say, "Hey, I wanna take juice"? How you recommend?
Yeah, not too many, but yeah, I got some people they came to talk about it. But the thing is, if you are thinking in aesthetics, improve your body, like get leaner or put on muscle mass and be a bit bigger, have more muscle, more definition. Um, First of all, what I recommend, you do the training, you do the diet, you drink plenty of water, you sleep well. Um, and you do this for a while, you do for 5 years, you do it for 10 years. If you don't see any progress anymore for a while, with what I mean like years, then you can think about it. But what happened nowadays that the people, they don't sleep well, and they eat lots of shit and they drink, and their workout is soft, it's not something crazy heavy, and they believe that if they take the juice they're gonna improve, and it doesn't work like that. I've seen many people like taking lots of things and their body look like shit, because they don't have commitment, consistency, and the discipline, the whole thing, like taking the juice or not is an option of the every person. Like, but if the person doesn't have the discipline, like the mentality for the whole thing, and takes the juice, nothing is gonna happen. I've seen people taking lots of stuff, and the physique didn't improve anything.
It's a lot. When you take juice, you have to be more strict in the diet that people don't understand.
Yeah, that's it. And the thing is, like the juice, depending what you're having, for example, like the normal testosterone, if you have, you might have side effects or not. It's like, for example, a person that smokes cigarettes, they're gonna have cancer. I don't know. I cannot tell. Some people they have, some people they not. If I take testosterone, I'm gonna have side effects. I cannot tell. Depends how your body is gonna respond to it. You can have it, you cannot have it. I don't know. Some people they smoke for 40 years and they don't have cancer. Some people they smoke for 2 years, they have cancer. So I cannot tell.
Yeah, it's possible.
But the thing is, like, first of all, first in think of I'm gonna take it because I'm gonna look huge. Doesn't work like that. And sometimes it's not in your DNA. Sometimes you do the training, you do the diet, you sleep, you drink water, you live your life well, healthy. You do this for 3 years, you say, man, I'm gonna take the juice, and then you take testosterone, and then you don't change much. You need to control everything, and if you have more muscle maturity at the gym, if you are longer doing the training, it's gonna be, I wouldn't say better, thank you, I wouldn't say better, but I would say less worse for the side effects. And if you are chubby, if you have body fat, it's gonna be more side effects than if you are lean.
Yes.
So first of all, depends on how the person look like, how is the mindset, and how is everything going, to take or not take. So that depends.
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe so too.
Yeah.
But that's my personal thing. Has a trauma here. I'm not taking it. My personal thing.
Yeah. So to take it, you need to do everything right. If the guy they asked if he drinks on the weekend, forget it. Don't take it.
Don't do it.
You're
bitch.
gonna just fuck up with the health.
Yes.
If you have the mentality for training, diet, and you really want to kind of have a bodybuilder style, even that you're not gonna become huge as a bodybuilder, then maybe you can think about it, but don't do it yet. Try to train and have consistency for years. As soon as you reach your peak of natural development of the shape, then maybe you can think about it. But you need to read everything first. As soon as you read the book and read the side effects, you're not gonna want to have it.
Believe me, no. It's because of our self comparison in the mirror. I think is am I weak? I see the other guy.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
It's silly. Okay, that's another silly question.
All right,
Are they
let's
ready? And Guilherme's opinion. For improve the, the performance, what what kind of gloves he recommends?
That was Eddie asking it. I know he trains with gloves. Yeah.
Yes, yes, it was no, wasn't him. Eduardo Machina. What's Machina?
Yeah, Eddie. Yeah, yeah. He came to train with me for ages, like almost 2 years, I think.
Okay.
And even in the leg days, was with gloves. I said, come on, man, come on.
I don't. I lose. I think you're losing strength.
Yeah, I have calluses in the hands. It's completely fine. I believe a true soldier,
Yeah.
a true soldier, a true man should train with no gloves, just bare hands.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. If you train with gloves, you train soft. Definitely, yeah.
I don't train with gloves. Anyway, another question. They say what? Okay, how long you should wait for between one exercise and another one?
How long should you do?
The wait between
the rest.
like the rest.
Oh, that really depends. Depends on the whole routine and the training. But put something in your mind. If you less more, if your rest is like 2 minutes, you're gonna be able to carry more weights. If you rest 30 seconds, your workout is gonna be soft. You're not gonna be able to lift heavy weights. So it depends on the goal, depends on the time. Sometimes I rest little, but because I use advanced sets, like I was telling you before, like back off sets and cluster sets, it's a different thing. But if I'm gonna do 3 sets of 10, I rest 2 minutes between them. If it's something too heavy, like a deadlift or a back squat or a bench press, and I'm doing like strength training, like power, I rest 3 minutes.
3 minutes?
Yeah, but
Wow.
that depends.
How late you put? Because you need to recover better.
Yeah, of course.
Mainly
Then
like
you
in squats.
uh,
Mainly in the squats. You can't put so much lift and after 30 seconds put again.
Yeah, for example, if I'm squatting with 150 kilos in my back, I'm not gonna be able to rest 1 minute and come back because the heart rate,
Right.
and I felt dizzy and stuff. But it's a different level of training. For example, I'm not. I need to wait like 2-3 minutes to do one more heavy set. If I rest like 30-45 seconds, I'm not gonna be able, and then I need to decrease the weight. So the goal with time, if you have time to work out, or you make the time to work out, organize yourself to have like 1 hour and a half, 2 hours of training, you should rest more. Definitely, yeah. 145, 2 minutes at least. Depending on the exercise. For example, if you're going to do bicep curls and you do like one arm and then the other one, then it's all right if you rest a bit less. Because while you're doing this one is resting, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like compound exercises, something heavy like back squat, deadlift, you need to weight more. Otherwise, it's going to be low weights. And then you don't have time to the creatine phosphate come back to your muscle to execute another heavy set, which is the ATP, you know this, energy, adenosine triphosphate.
Yes.
So that's why we take creatine. So we don't get to level of fatigue too early in the training.
That's interesting. What's the best time for taking creatine?
Whatever, just don't forget. Usually I take in the morning.
Yeah, me too.
And usually this is before the training, because usually I do my training around like midday.
Yeah, soon. Sometime. Another question they say, for you talk about creatine, you spoke a lot in the beginning, in the middle, and now. Do you want to do another things? What's the overdose of creatine? This is my question.
How do we say this in English? I don't know, but in Portuguese, at university, we have to do TCC, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if in English they have this, but
I think it's post-cycle course, a PCC.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a PCC.
PCC? So something similar, yeah.
Yeah.
So in Brazil, the TCC is, my research was about like the overload of creatine in the body, and if you have any like something bad could happen, if you overcharge your kidneys or something like that. And doesn't exist anything proving that if you take more creatine than you should, you're gonna have any problems, So just don't forget to take creatine. Like 5 grams daily works to everyone. Depends on the season that I am. If I'm eating more calories, training more volume, and more weights, going heavier, I take 10 grams of creatine. I did this for years, and I was completely fine with it. Because I do pretty much my whole life is just healthy. I do like healthy things. I drink lots of water. You see, like I had like 3 bottles of water, I think. I drank lots of water at home as well. So yeah, just don't forget to have the creatine. Yeah, doesn't matter if you're gonna have. So some people some coaches they said it's better after the training with carbs because it's better absorption, but this doesn't really work like that. If you have daily, it's gonna work anyway.
It's a chronic medication.
Yeah. It's like vitamin C, fish oil. For example, when the people they don't know. They don't have the knowledge for it, but they start to, now it's winter time, they start to sneeze and the nose, like running nose. I'm going to take a vitamin C. It doesn't work like that. You need to boost your immune system. The first thing is sleep. If you sleep 8 hours every night, your immune system is going to be better.
Yes.
If you sleep 7 or 6, it's going to be worse. So, but like vitamin C, you should take daily. Even when you feel well, take daily. Make this an habit. Take creatine daily. Wake up and have water daily. These good habits is gonna improve your immune system.
Yes. Guys, daily habits, continuous habits. There is nothing like you sleep now and then you'll be better. The only thing I think understood when we have the chat is 8 hours and 15 minutes daily. That make happen like instantly next following day.
And and this is like to you need to prepare your brain and body to sleep. So if you go to sleep around 9:30, try at least 8:30. Don't use the phone anymore. Turn off the TV. Turn off the white bright lights. Put the yellow lamps around. We do this because we have a kid. So when the sunset's happening, we turn off the lights, we put the lamps, candles, because that like zen spot and environment, that like kind of just lights and like this cozy place, your brain start to turn off. And then you don't, like I said before in the podcast, when you have these white bright lights and you have this exposure at nighttime, you blocks the melatonin to help you sleep. So we don't want that. We want the full melatonin there. Even the melatonin supplement so people take to sleep. That's I still have at home one pot of that, but I don't take daily. Like every night before bed. Because I want to produce my melatonin in a correct form. Just for example, if I go out on Friday night, which is something that doesn't have much, and then I come back like 11 p.m. at home and then say, oh my God, I need a melatonin, otherwise I'm not going to sleep because my brain is too much information from my eyes and my brain because the lights and music and stuff like that. And then I take, but it doesn't happen like often. For example, you should train your body to sleep and wake up at the same time, even on weekends.
Routine.
Yeah, just routine and habits. Of course, I know this takes time to happen. Even with me, it took time. And every time I'm learning something new and improving my daily habits. Another day I posted a reel talking about it. Was something like really simple, like the daily habits that changed my life was like drinking water in the morning, doing the ice bath, doing the training, stretching, very important, and eating well and eating clean and reading a book before bed. So if that to study kind of makes you feel sleepy, right? So the best thing that happened, that I put in my daily habits was to read a book, a real book, like paper.
Not on a Kindle because
Yeah.
you're reading in a computer.
Yeah, I never tried, so I don't know, cannot tell about it, but a real book before bed, because I read like 20 pages, I'm like that. If I need to read again, one paragraph again, I say, it's time to go. But usually I go to bed around 9, and I read until like 9:30, 9:45, and then I fall asleep. So that's a good thing, because I have just the yellow light from the lamp next to me. My wife, she went to bed already, like for ages. I'm reading there. Sometimes I go to, because we have the same habit, so we read. Before we used to watch TV, movies and stuff, and say I'm not sleeping well because we had the kid. We need to wake up in the middle of the night. I need to wake up to go to the toilet, and I'm not sleeping well. So I started to research and read more and study more about the quality of sleep. And then I'm putting all of these daily habits. This improved a lot my quality of sleep. So I can say today that I sleep 8 hours, and I sleep very well 8 hours. My wife as well, and the kid, he wakes up like once or twice in the middle of the night. Not every night, but something very easy, and then we come back to sleep again. Because the sleep is divided in phases, right? So as soon as you prepare your body to sleep, exposure to lights and phones and TVs and stuff like that. When you have daily sun to boost your vitamin D levels, and then you are increasing your serotonin and melatonin to sleep better. So during the day, the things that you do in the morning and during the day, this is going to affect at nighttime as well, right? So take sun daily. I always take like half an hour in the sun every day. Even in a cloudy days, like, you need to stay there because it's going to boost your melatonin and vitamin D anyway, to sleep well at nighttime. Yes. Right? So you need to prepare everything, brain, body to sleep.
Yes, it's a function.
Yeah, otherwise this is stimulus that you have with the TV and the phone. Like most of the phone, people, they lie down in bed and they stay like that for ages on Instagram watching.
No anymore, but I like to watch something calm.
Yeah.
Yesterday I was watching a documentary from Celine Dion. Have you watched it? It's not about just her story as a musician, but it's a singer. It's about one of the hook. It's about she has a rare disease. It's which affected neurological system, in which she has like spasms. What's the name? Qual é o nome? Convulsão. Not convulsion. It's seizures. She has some seizures, and she recorded the moment she has a seizure, and it's complicated. So mental health and all the health and all the situation, guys. If you can avoid with small things. And just do it. Yeah. Because in the future you're gonna take time.
Yeah, like
and there is no money for that.
Yeah, like said about a coffee, right? It's like a tiny daily habit that you change, and you feel completely different.
Totally.
You feel better, right?
Yeah, but basically it's like create a routine. So even in my weekends, I'm not staying too much in the bed or not stay too much in sleeping or sleeping in terms of like sleeping too late. I think it's time may change when you're getting older, honestly. It's kind of
because this is our circadian rhythm, right? For example, like the sleep is divided in phases, right? So it's better for you if you're gonna go to bed, if you are able to, depending on your routine and stuff, you are able to go to bed a bit later, and you wake up a bit later in the morning as well. Because the morning time during that period, for example, if you're gonna wake up at 7, between 5 and 7 is the REM sleep. Yes. Is the phase that you have dreams, is the phase that you're gonna recover properly in your brain. Your brain and body properly at that stage. So, for example, when you go to bed at nighttime, you are in a light sleep, which is the phase where you are more likely to wake up and go to the toilet, more likely to turn to the side and stuff like that. And then you go to the intermediate sleep, and then your body temperature starts to drop a little bit. because sometimes people they associate to sleep with hot, but with cold is better. You're gonna sleep better in the cold.
Yes.
And then you go to deep sleep. And just after the deep sleep, so people they believe that deep sleep is the best. I need to reach deep sleep. You're gonna reach deep sleep, but when you reach the deep sleep, then comes the REM sleep. REM is the meaning of rapid eye movement.
Mm-hmm.
So is when you when you are sleeping and then your eyes are moving around. So that stage is kind of when you were dead, and then you are kind of resetting your body.
Really?
Yeah. So that phase is when you have dreams, and that phase is when you are recovering body and brain functions properly for the next day. And that stage, the REM sleep, is the phase where you create your memories. So, for example, if something during the day happened, you went to, I don't know, a party, or you went to watch a movie or whatever, if you don't sleep well, you're not going to remember 100% of the fact that happened before. So that's why you need to reach the REM sleep. So if you stay awake during the phases of the night, this means that you had a poor sleep. So the sleep is the main thing for mental health and for longevity. So today people, they are too stressed, cortisol levels too high, but that because they are with the phone before bed, because they are watching movies before bed.
Well, they're not moving properly.
Yeah.
That's like,
Yeah.
I work as a care and an aged care, so I move myself a lot. So I do like
Spend energy.
Yes, every time I work there, I move at least to 7,000 to 10,000, like in a short period of 7 to 3. So I move myself a lot. So always walking, always, moving yourself. But even though this, I like to go at home. When I'm not working the second job, I go home, take a nap for 30 minutes, change my clothes, and then I go to the gym. Because at least I reset my body. Because I try this, they go straight away to the gym after that, and my how can I say, my performance is not the same.
Yeah,
I'm
we need
tired.
to see what works for you.
Yes.
Some people, when they go straight to work, they feel better, because when they arrive home is like a safety spot, so they can relax. Some people, they prefer like you, like come home and then they kind of rest a little bit and then they go. So it depends what works better for you.
Yes, all depends on our body, guys. Take this action.
Yeah.
Let's jump in for a moment. I ask you a question about the war. If you know about war, it's a gay slang. So anyway, so what do you think is a war moment in the world or behave that it could be changed in your opinion?
The whole world, the whole environment.
You choose.
I think everyone should. They would not escape to go to the gym to lift weights. Because
No CrossFit.
It's better CrossFit than nothing, right?
Yeah, I'm joking.
But the thing is, like, people today, they're lazy.
Yeah.
And they eat too much junk food. I made reels like last year, the end of 2023, talking about, it's very interesting, that one is talking about obesity in the world. What happened is in 12 years, if we keep doing what we're doing, more than half of the mundial population is going to be obese. And that's a
lots
pandemic.
Of dimension as well.
Yeah, and then with obesity, you came with lots of chronic disease like heart disease, diabetes type 2, cancer, and stuff like that. So we need to look after the body, right? If you look after the body, you're going to eat well, you're going to sleep well, training and stuff. But you live inside your body, right? So you need to look after it. And it's proven, scientific research is proven that if you have your VO2 max, this is talking about cardio, if your VO2 max is higher, and if your muscle mass is higher, you're going to live longer and better.
In better way.
Yeah, in better way. For example, if you are 80 years old and you are walking the street and fall in the ground, if you have muscle, that the muscle is going to protect your bones.
That's the work for.
Yeah, your bones is your body armor.
Yes.
So you are protected because you are strong, you have muscle. It's not about aesthetics anymore, like have six packs and stuff like that, like have the shoulder appearing and stuff. It's just to have muscle to protect your bones and organs. So if you're 80 and you've been training for years, you are less likely to break a bone, or even if you break, you're gonna recover faster.
Yes.
If you don't have any muscle, you fall in the ground with 80 years old, you can break the hips. You're not gonna walk anymore, and you're gonna be dependent to another person to do the things. So for you, if you have muscle and you have the functionality of your body, like if you are able to run for 1 quarter, I think every human being on earth should be able to lift heavy things and should be able to swim, should be able to run if they need. Because this is beautiful, when you have strength to do something, you feel more confidence, and you are more confident. And weak people, they have mental health problems. I think this is one of the things, when you feel good, your mental health improves a lot, right? So if you are strong to carry, for example, you're moving house, you need to get your washing machine, and then you carry your washing machine to the truck. You are useful, right? You are doing that because you have the power and strength to do it. And now a person that is not able to do it,
No.
they need to hire someone to do it, or they are dependent to another people to do it. And there's just simply things at home, like to open a
bottle.
bottle or whatever. You need to have strength and functionality to do the things that you have to do to live your life well.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Well, just stay for here, guys. I want to thank you for coming to share your story, share your thoughts about mental health, lifestyle, well-being. And guys, please QR code on the screen of Guilherme. Thank you so much for your beautiful job you're doing for the society, training people, creating habits, and continue creating. I want to hear about your ebook when you finish.
Yeah, I'm going to post it soon, yeah.
Please share with us. Guys, please contact if you're here in Perth. You need some improvement for your training, or you need like a motivation. Guilherme is here for help you. I've been watching his content for a while. These things are like he go and posted many things in terms of daily routines, what you can do, exercise, many of clues, tips. So come on, guys, just go and have a look. Doesn't cost anything, and you just go and check. Do you want to say something?
Yeah,
Something.
why not? I want to say something. Like everyone, that if you have your mental health affected by somehow, if you create a routine, if you prioritize your sleep, if you start to eat clean, and you start to move, even that you are not going to the gym lifting weights yet, you need to do it somehow in some point in your life. But you need to move. You need to spend energy. You need to, ride a bike, go for a walk around the block, start with something like that. And then with time, you're going to need to do a membership in a gym anyway, because like I said, like I think a few times in the podcast today, if you have more muscle mass, you're going to live better and you're going to live longer.
Yes.
And you're not going to be depending on anyone to look after you.
No. That's the main thing.
Yeah, and drink lots of water.
Yes, please. It's good for your skin, good for your liver, good for your kidney, and all your organs as well. Thank you so much for coming again. It's lovely to know you and get to know better for your subjects if you've been doing. And please don't do CrossFit. According to him, I'm joking. No, but sleep I know it's very hard to sleep 18 and 15 hours.
Yeah. The first thing is to.
But you create a routine, prioritize your things. I had I share something with you. I had a hard year last year, and beautiful parts, beautiful. But some parts of when you talk about money, I think everybody's in the same situation.
Yeah.
We have to put yourself to work because otherwise you're gonna crazy because you're overthinking money,
Yeah,
money,
yeah.
money, money. You need to pay this, the
Yeah.
bills is coming up. So now, this year now, I'm finishing this, and I prioritize totally my mentally health and routine
Yeah.
for resting.
Yeah, about this, like about money and to be rich, something like that. Some people they have the goal to be rich. Money is not gonna buy your health.
No.
So if you are not training, if you are not sleeping well, if you are not eating well, and you have plenty of money, I don't believe that you are a rich person. You know, for me today, if you're a rich person, this means that you have your mental health set, you know, mindset, mentality is all in place, and you live well. And if your health is good, and if you believe in God, all those things, I think it's gonna put you in a better place. You know. So yeah, if you have lots of money and you don't have health, you don't have nothing. You know, because when we go.
Everything stays here.
Everything stays here.
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah, that's it.
That's it. And guys, let you know again, QR code of Guilherme on the screen, and also I always say anything else. And also, please follow him in the social medias and follow Podhbe as well. And if you need something, let me know. And the posted in terms of the English settings, go to settings and change the subtitles you can put for any kind of language. Okay. Thank you so much, and see you around.